Hello all, this is the Self-Preservation Society on Bazzzilll, broadcasting truth and therapy, truth and awareness on YouTube. And before I continue, at 4:41 p.m. on the 22nd of the 5th, 2025, so they tell us, I just want to say to the people on Bitchute, I'm sorry I cannot interact with you. I can only upload there. I can't even see my broadcasts on there. So if what I'm saying here resonates with you, please share it. My email is in the description box if you want to connect with me, and that applies to you on Odyssey, Rumble, Brighteon and YouTube as well. If the message resonates, then please share it. This or any other message on my channel. I'll give you a warning. I'm probably going to offend a lot of you here today, because I'm going to try and talk about the difference between human beings, and mankind. And I want you to pay really close attention to those two memes that you see in front of you. Because it's not just the police and the army and the nurses and whoever you want to think about or point the finger at. The people putting up the ULEZ cameras and all the other cameras, this, that and the other. We are all fucking responsible for the state of the world. You might focus on your so-called nation, what your masters have called you, called your land. It's not your land. You just visit this earth for an incarnation. Then you leave this earth, forget everything, restored to factory settings, and you come back again, and next time you might be on a different portion of the earth, still swearing allegiance to the flag of that particular nation. That's your masters controlling you in the bread and circuses of life, again and again, incarnation after incarnation. Stop focusing on your flag. Stop focusing on the country you live on, because if you do, all that tells me is you're a human being. You're the original AI taken from the genetic material of man and woman and created as human beings to serve an agenda, and you serve it well. All the while you're fighting against your fellow human beings, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Until you become a man and fight against those that put you and your fellow human beings throughout the world in this oppressive state, until you wake up and become a man and unite with all of mankind, you'll forever be dancing to the tune of your masters at their behest, protecting your own little bit of territory and the sovereignty of it, knowing little about that sovereignty, any understanding of it, any understanding of the self. I'm going to be talking about that deeply today. And if it pisses you off, good, because it might just make you think about who and what you truly are. Deep within you, if you put in the time and effort, you'll discover that which you truly are. But you don't. The majority of people don't. They focus on the bread and circuses of politics, of sport, of film, of music, of anything they can. Anything they're programmed to do, because humans are the original AI designed, built to procreate their own enslavement at the behest of their masters. I've just seen a broadcast, an upload where a dear old lady was being interviewed by somebody, and she'd had a compulsory purchase order placed upon her house because they wanted to take it and give it to immigrants. Immigrants from where? Not Mars, not Neptune, not Pluto, but they call them immigrants from this very land, this very earth we all live on. And somebody wrote in the comments, government needs to fuck off. And I responded to that person. I said, that will never happen until we, the people, rise up and chase them out, all that they represent and stand for. The one thing about this land called Britain that really, really is something to build on is the Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights. They have been taken and replicated throughout the world, certainly to America, as we know it. Long and hard fought rights that resonate and correspond with universal and natural law, bringing us common law. And many upon this earth, many within the confines of what we now call Britain, where it originated from, in England, do not have any understanding of it at all and what it really truly represents. Cause no harm, cause no loss, cause no injury. That's what it represents. In plain and simple terms. And we do exactly the opposite. Our ancestors have done exactly the opposite. Their ancestors done exactly the opposite. There's a saying amongst the Lakota people, a warrior is not somebody who simply fights, goes and fights others. A warrior is somebody who protects the weak and the helpless, those who cannot fight for themselves. A warrior is somebody who makes sure they're fed, this, that and the other. They have shelter. All those principles which were held dear in a socialist society amongst the plains people of what we call now America, where they didn't have money as a currency. There was no money as a currency. They would gift and share possessions if somebody had done them a good turn. And it was either collected, or as a result of collected, they would make things and share them with people. That was their currency. It was born out of their own efforts and of love. And then introduced to them and introduced to the world long before that was this means of exchange that we call currency. And until you can wake up to see how it controls you and manipulates you, we as a species will never move forward from being human beings to our true essence in this physical form as man and woman. We'll forever be the artificial intelligence that is human beings, fighting against our neighbours, fighting against strangers, this, that and the other, fighting each other. It makes me laugh. There's so many big and hard, self-proclaimed, powerful people in this country alone. There's so many throughout the world, and they go and air themselves in rings and in battles, fighting against their fellow man. I cannot remember, with the possible exception of when the 12 barons rose up against King John 800 odd years ago. When the last time, with the possible exception of the Tolpodal martyrs, did anywhere in Britain, in England, did they stand up against their government? When did they do it in America? Where did they do it anywhere? The founding fathers of America made it clear that the people should have control, not government. They fundamentally broke away from Europe, especially England, and they formed the Declaration of Independence, giving the power to the people in the same way it was based upon the Magna Carta. There is no power in the people. Show me where the power is in the people other than fighting themselves and fighting immigrants, so-called immigrants, this, that and the other. We have but one world and we live in different ones. Mark Knopfler. So a human being, to my awareness, is simply somebody who does what he is told, who thinks as he is told. And somebody like me, who thinks and sees outside the box. There is no box. There is only your belief in the box. But who sees outside the box is ridiculed, mocked, laughed at. The man from Earth, I am. Who are you? Who are you in the great scheme of things? You will own nothing and you will be happy. You should be taking that and living that and being full power and control of it and realising that you are just visitors to this place at any particular time. Instead, you allow it to be forced upon you. The pandemic treaty has just gone through. A non-government organisation has got the governments of the world, govern to control, meant mind, to sign a declaration that gives that non-governmental organisation power and autonomy over governments, much less you, and you can't see it because you're a human being. You think as you are told, you act as you are told, you react as you are told within the matrix program that is artificial intelligence, humans and humanity, because you're not a man and you're not a woman and you have no concept of the difference between the two. And your ego, which is a main component of that artificial intelligence of human beings, will fight someone like me who dares to shine light on your ignorance and your darkness. There is, as Max Igan has said for many years, Palestine will be the way of the world. And it is, and it will be, and you can't see it because your government, wherever it is, would never lie to you. Would never lie to you. If they were doing that, they would tell us. They have told you. I can assure you on all that I know and hold dear and all that I'm aware of, they've told you. Other human beings are telling you. With Tartaria and aliens and beyond the ice wall and everything else about all the secrets that you are controlled by. And yet still you turn to the television and your football and your films. Won't happen to me. And all the while you're saying it won't happen to me, it's happening to you. Keir Starmer has just given away the rights of our territorial, so-called territorial fishing waters to the European Union. As a country, you should be up in arms about that. Our armed services are now under the control of the European Union as well. As a country, you should be up in arms about that. If you're British, it's already happened in countries that are well within, stayed within the European Union. It's already happened to them. They're going to make one world and it'll be their one. And they're doing it step by step. And nobody is doing a blind thing about it. I've said to you over a number of recent uploads, and this is just not about Britain and the British government. It applies to America and any Western democracy. Dominic Cummings said that cabinet meetings are a charade. The cabinet office, those that work for the bankers and the controllers, bring a script in, and the cabinet follow that script. It's already planned out for them. So it's not just the governments you need to bring down, it's everything that holds them up, the civil service, this, that and the other. Mark Passio speaks many times, but he spoke about sacred anger. Sacred anger is protecting or defending against an injustice where universal law, natural law and common law has been compromised. All you've got to lose ultimately is your life, because that's all you will ever own. You won't ever completely own your houses or your cars. You have to register them. You're married, you have to register. Everything you have to register to the government that controls you. And they own you as well because of your birth certificate. But still you fight against people like me because you haven't done your research and you believe the lies and the indoctrination and the programming that your masters lay before you for you to follow. You pay your taxes and you moan about those that don't pay taxes. Taxation is theft. Theft. However they take that tax in this way, your monetary value that you have accrued by using your energy, frequency and vibration to work for somebody else and they've rewarded you, then government comes along and takes it. They have to take it, people. They have to take taxes off you because they have incurred debts where they borrow money off private bankers that print the money and sell it to the government with debt attached. Never ending cycle. It will never end. You'll never be able to pay the tax back, the debt back, no matter how many taxes you pay. Because those that print the money have already attached debt to it at source. So there isn't enough money, there'll never be enough money to repay the debt. So the only way around it is for you to stop being human and expressing your humanity. All part of the matrix and all part of your expression of artificial intelligence. That's not what you truly are. Where's your intellect? Intellectualize things. That means to think and to work out the meaning of things. Your intelligence. Intellectualize your intelligence. Intellectualize your programming. This, that and the other. And wake up like I and many others have done. And bring down the system that enslaves you and will continue to enslave you with their cameras and their, digital currency and this, that, and the other. So many people tell you about the skills that you have lost. Max Hagen has been telling you it for years, and Empiracy, Spiracy, who I've been watching on YouTube, EMSPIRACY, recently has been telling you. And people like My Lunch Break channel and John Levi, this, that, and the other, and so many others. The Eustace Mullins of this world, the Ezra Pounds, the Anthony J. Hilders, the Jordan Maxwell, telling us long before your newfound idols like David Icke and whoever, Joe Rogan and whoever else come along. They were telling you long before them. You weren't listening then. You're not listening now. Perhaps you never will. But I listen. And when I listen, I don't just listen to hear. I listen to feel. I listen to feel if that which I am hearing resonates with my very soul, my very essence, my very conscious awareness. And then I speak when I find that it does, in the way that I'm doing today, in the way I've been doing on this channel for over 5 years. I've done a Geller reading today. Not going to mention her name. Done a Geller reading. And God, was it good? Was it good? But she's been through a lot of trauma over the last month or so. 2 or 3 months. With a breakup of a relationship. And you all know it. I know it. Feeling angry, bitter, betrayed and all these things. And I've been trying to tell her how that is controlling her. And I'm not seeing the real her. And so I got her today. I said to her today, I'll do your reading. We've been out, and when we come back, I've got the rune stones out. I've got the sacred path cards out and the medicine cards out. And I said to her, what to do to shuffle them and this, that, and the other, and how to pick the rune stone out. This is the way I do it. They're all in the bag. And I tell her to mix them up, keep mixing them, and while she's mixing them, 7 deep breaths through her nose, exhale through her mouth, and after the 7, then pick one of those stones. She picked the stone that was love. In the medicine card, she picked the whale card. And in the sacred path card, she picked the shawl. I'll just say that for anybody that knows about the cards. She picked them, not me. I made that point so clear to her. I said, and it's not the universe picking them. I said, it's your higher consciousness that got you to stop where you did and pick that stone, got you to stop where you did and pick that medicine card, got you to stop where you did and pick that sacred path card. She couldn't see any of them because the cards are all face down, obviously. But what a reading she had. Quantifying everything I've been trying to tell her for a couple of weeks. She thanked me. I said, don't thank me. Afterwards, I said, don't thank me. I said, you done that. That was not you, the person, the woman sitting before me. I said, that's you, your higher consciousness, awareness. Pick those because your higher self knew what you, the person, needed. And that's the way it works, people. That's the way it works, certainly the way it works for me and how I do it. I appreciated her gratitude, but it wasn't about me. It was about her. What a bloody reading she had. And I was so humbled to be part of that. And I've always been humbled to be part of that. It fills my very essence, my soul, with so much joy when I'm able to help people. No money has changed hands. Doesn't need to change hands. Any reward I get is seeing the good that has come from what I do. That's all that matters. That feeds my soul. I don't need 30 pieces of fucking silver because I have nothing to fear. When people, and they have in the past, have given me money, I accept it with the same humility that they have accepted my help, with the same love that they have accepted my help, with the same empathy that they have accepted my help. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Said to you before, and I'll keep saying it, because I know it pisses a lot of people off, but it's the truth. The spirit and the spirit world will provide for you all your wants. You've only got to ask. Oh, I need to speak to me mum. I need to, I need some money or this, that, They'll provide all them for you. The universe has always provided all my needs. Because unbeknown to me, 41 years ago when I started this journey, it wasn't just a journey of spiritual awakening. It was then, but what it was leading me to was a path of conscious awakening and awareness, which I continue on, and an opening of my mind and realising the real lies that I'm not a human being. I am a man. And if I'd have been the other gender, I'd have been a woman. But then even as I am as a man, because I'm in touch and not in fear of the feminine energy of the duality of self, I'm able to talk to you like this and speak to empower, enlighten and enable and share a message that might drive you on, to embellish and to embrace the two aspects of self, at the very least as equals, the masculine and the feminine self. Do not let one dominate another to the detriment of another. And it's the same outside of you. Don't let the masculine dominate the female to the detriment of the female, and don't let the female dominate the man to the detriment of the man. As within, as without, as above, so below. These people that control you know everything that I'm telling you, or trying to tell you today and in previous broadcasts. They know it all. And that's how they're able to control us in the way that they do as human beings, because they know most human beings will never be a man, never be a woman. Most human beings at best will only wake up to the spiritual expression of that human being. They'll never wake up to the conscious expression of self, which is I am. I am the darkness, I am the light, I am the yin, I am the yang, I am the male, I am the female. All those aspects of duality, most human beings will not wake up to them. That's why the world is run and controlled and dominated the way it is. Because most men are too busy fighting other men, or too busy beating up their women, and women are too busy, a lot of women these days, it hasn't always been that way, too busy putting makeup on and having liposuction and fuck knows what else to look good so they can strut around. like the pheasant, like the male pheasant. Look at me. And they're the females. That's just come to me, and that's fucking true. Strut around like a peacock. Look at me. Come and fuck me. We fuck each other. We fuck ourselves. And as sure as eggs is eggs, we fuck the world. Because we are AI. We're human beings, and we don't know what it is to be a man or to be a woman. We don't know what it is to be consciously aware to the true self, stuck in the ego of the spiritual self. That's the most the furthest most people get to, the ego of the spiritual self. You're not this person, this mind, and this spirit of this person. They're just expressions to keep the soul in fear, ignorance, compliance, and apathy, and it works so bloody well. And I hope that I'm not the only one saying it. I know I'm not the only one saying it, but so few are listening, because what I battle against is the demons, the spiritual demons that have possessed just about all of mankind. I'm not bothered about the Bill Gates, the Klaus Schwabs, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds of this world. I'm not bothered about any of them and their demonic, satanic practices. What concerns me is my fellow human beings that go along with those practices, ignorantly, blissfully unaware, perpetuating the system of enslavement, not only for their self, but for their children and their grandchildren and the next 7 generations yet to come. That's what I'm about. I'm a man of earth. I am. It's taken me almost a lifetime to come to this realisation. But I'm not Barry. I'm not Barry the mind. I'm not Barry the spirit. They're just expressions of that which I truly am. The I am. The masculine, the feminine, the light and the dark, the yin and the yang, and any other form of duality you wish to express. And what I am is someone who tries to bring an equilibrium and balance to the self in conscious awakening and awareness, and share it, vocalise it on this my channel to empower, enlighten and enable others to do the same. It is so frustrating for me, because I don't want anything from you. I want you to have it all. I don't want anything from you. I want you to have it all. And what's the ultimate you should be aiming for? Freedom. Freedom of mind, of body, and of spirit in this third dimensional reality. And the only way you'll ever get that is to be consciously aware, to become consciously aware of that which you truly are. And it's not the mind, and it's not the body, and it's not the spirit, and it never bloody was. It was always something far greater than that. And it's you. And it's always been you. You, the I am. The key to all mysteries and the source of illumination lies deep within the self, but you got to shine the light on it. And most of you are blinded by the light. Blinded by your own light, in fear of your own light, because they told you that your light and your way, the Lucifer within, is Satan. That's it, people. That's what it boils down to. Wake up, smell the fucking coffee, I am a man of earth. I am. While I'm in this form, this physical avatar, I am a man of earth. But I have my own mind. And I know what my spirit is. Because I am on this path of conscious awakening and awareness to the true self. And when you're on that path, you'll see, understand, resonate with that which I bring to you here. Not for money, not for fame, not for adulation. I do it because it's the right thing to do, and I do it for the right reasons. And if you're one of the same, then share this message. Not to make me famous, because you don't know what I look like. To make the message famous. And all the other messages on my channel. The alternative is to be human. To continue to be human. Because you are not capable or in fear of becoming a man or a woman. That which is your true expression in this physical form. Share the message, don't share me. Share it wherever you can. Palamia, thank you. In Lakesh, in you I see another me. Mitakwi o Yasin. We are all related, we are all relatives. And I tell you, again and again and again, we're all connected. Whether they're coming across in boats or they're the other side of the world, we're all connected. Your DNA is shared with, 9% of your DNA is shared with a banana. You share your DNA with a tree. You share your DNA with every other sentient form of life on this planet. All two-legged, all four-legged, all winged, all that swim in the sea or crawl upon the earth, all that burrow under the earth, all that stand upon the earth, the plant nations, the rock nations, the mineral nations, all sentient life form you are connected to. How you treat that other sentient life form will define you, and nobody will judge you like you have to ultimately judge yourself. Palamia.